Welcome back. We are in the third unit of the paper Environmental Education. So in this lecture, we are going to discuss the dimensions of the environmental management, the factors responsible for flora and fauna extinction. Environmental management is the management of the interaction and impact of human societies on the environment. It is an issue of increasing concern and it determines the nature of people, animals, plants, and places around the earth. Environmental management can be viewed from a variety of perspectives. It covers many areas in the science, including geography, biology, physics, chemistry, sociology, psychology, and physiology. The factors that are responsible for flora and fauna extinction are the environmental conditions and the changes in the climate that take place, eventually due to pollution, greenhouse gases, degradation, etc. Flora and fauna means plants and animals. The word flora is used to discuss plant life, while the word fauna refers to animal life. This term is often applied to a specific biome, ecosystem, or place, such as the flora and fauna of the particular area. Human activity to cause the greatest extinction of living things, the man-made environmental destruction, and the extinction of life on the Earth's environment quickly than the evolutionary change, both climate change and the natural disasters. Changes due to the climate change take place gradually. The global effects the global effects of the destruction of flora and fauna can be seen anywhere as distinctly as in our rainforests. Man's destruction of the ecosystems in his quest for money and power has created a world in which the ecological balance of flora and fauna has been destroyed, in many instances causing the extinction of entire species due to destruction of habitat and food sources. Excuse me. The global actions cause the local consequences. The world's ecology is so complex, so fragile, and so interdependent that an ecological upheaval of the flora and fauna of one region of the world can affect the entire planet. Global trade has introduced species to areas outside of their natural habitat, where there are no predatory species to control them and their destructive habits. Urban expansion has destroyed wild habitat areas as well, and is a primary factor in the endangerment of many plant species. Even the global warming, the pollution, hunting and trade, invasive species have become a threat to the environment, and they are causing a damage to the plant life and to the wildlife. Coming to the measures to conserve flora and fauna, causes for forest fire, measures of prevention. Flora, as we have said, is basically the plant life that is present in a particular region, and fauna is the animal life that is present in a particular region. And biodiversity is a very large topic and somewhat difficult to define adequately in only a sentence or two. In the very simplest terms, biodiversity means the diversity of life on our planet, which includes genetic diversity, species diversity, and the habitat diversity. India is a land of varied flora and fauna and biodiversity. India is one of the 12 mega diverse nations of the world. Two of the India's greatest mountain ranges, the Eastern Himalayas and the Western Ghats, have been designated among the world's 18 hotspots of biodiversity. The flora of India. Many believe that only the animals are endangered, but even the endangerment is connected with the plant life. And coming to the fauna of India, it has the world's most biodiverse regions. The wildlife is considered to be one of the rich heritages of the nation. And conservation of the plant life and wildlife, that is the flora and fauna. The need for conservation in India is often questioned because of the apparently incorrect priority in the face of dire poverty of the people. However, Article 48 of the Constitution of India specifies that the state shall endeavour to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forests and wildlife of the country. And Article 51A states that it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. The conservation projects have been established to preserve them, but some species, such as the rarest of the rare species, were in endangerment. And next, coming to the causes for forest fire and also the measures of prevention. The event of something burning is called as fire. An uncontrolled fire often occurring in wildland areas, but which can also consume houses or agricultural resources, is called as the forest fire. Wildfires tend to be the most common and severe during the years of drought and occur on days of strong winds. With extensive urbanization of the forest lands, these fires often involve destruction of suburban homes located in the wild and urban interface, a zone of transition between the developed areas and undeveloped wild land. The term forest fire is also called as the wildfire, which refers to all uncontrolled fires that burn surface vegetation, the grass, the weeds, the grain fields, the bushes, the tundras, the forests and the wildlands. In addition to the wildfires, several million acres of forest land are intentionally burned every year under controlled conditions to accomplish some silvicultural or other land use objective or for hazard reduction. And the causes for these forest fires are the natural causes caused by the lightning and fires caused by the volcanic eruption. The accidental causes, fires caused by the spark from wheels of trains or certain locomotives, and other causes. The next cause is negligence. Fire thrown by the matchsticks, cigarette stubs alongside the roadways. Fires caused by the agricultural and forestry activities. Fires caused by other forms of negligence, by the firecrackers, rockets, blasting of the landmines, or explosives. There are two types of the forest fires: surface fire and the crown fire. A forest fire may burn primarily as a surface fire, spreading along the ground of a surface litter. And the other type of forest fire is the crown fire, in which the crown of trees and shrubs burn, often sustained by a surface fire. So, these will result in global warming, the raising of the temperature, the depletion of the ozone layer, loss of the flora and fauna, degradation of water catchment areas, loss of water, loss of valuable timber resources, loss of biodiversity, etc. And the prevention and control measures for forest fires in India is, first of all, the identification and mapping of all fire catching areas or the fire prone areas must be done. Compilation and analysis of the data must be done. Installation of the forest danger rating systems and the fire forecasting systems must be done. Recruiting a nodal officer to coordinate with various agencies. Communication network to be set up for quick flow of information. Such preventive measures must be taken at all levels so that it must be an alarm to the entire community. Thank you.